Are you in love with your brother? I got the 2 releases that I wanted, so I just stopped reading it. I don't think I can do it. I don't know if I can finish this series. I don't know if I can keep going. They said there's a squirrel's nest in your engine. That would be like incestual if Kai and Peyton, you know, have brother and sister. No. She cannot marry her brother, okay? Someone has to tell her that's her brother. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Mallory. Today is the day. It's April 8th, which means Fearless by Lauren Roberts just came out today. I'm going to Barnes & Noble to get it. I don't live close to Barnes & Noble. I'm like 30 minutes away, so I'm driving there with my sister. When Reckless came out, I just pre-ordered it, but I completely forgot this time for some reason, so I'm gonna go in person and pick it up. Come with me. Okay, we're here. We're here. And I'm really scared because I've never vlogged like person. I'm scared what people are gonna think about my camera. Let's go.
Nope.
There was a big Fearless display where we walked in with this big book, and then here was Fearless. There wasn't that much taken though, which I thought was weird. It was also like a Tuesday in the morning, so understandable. But of course I just decided to look around some more, see what I could find. I was also looking for The Conditions of Will by Jessa Hastings.
Nope.
There's like, what, there's a bunch of shelves that have like no books on them, and I'm wondering what they're doing. My sister is asking for The Conditions of Will and they cannot find it. I really want to know. I'm too scared to ask. It was right here. This one took how long to find? 20 minutes. This one took like 20 minutes to find. The girl couldn't find it, we couldn't find it. It was literally right when you walked in. And Fearless was also right when you walked in. I got the 2 releases that I wanted, so it was a good day. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. Now let's go to, where do you want to go? Chick-fil-A? Or Starbucks? Oh. No. Okay, I'll see you guys at home. Okay, I quite literally just got home and here she is. I did not know how thick this book was gonna be. It's like very hefty. I don't know how I feel about the Barnes & Noble edition of the book. I think I like the normal version almost more, but who cares? This one has bonus content, right? Yes. Special content. I'm just gonna jump into it because I never really get a head start on the new release books. We're gonna start today. I definitely won't finish it because I'm not like that. Before I start any book, I have to prep, so I have this reading journal, and then I also make these annotation keys on Canva. I always start off by marking it as reading on my Goodreads, and then I fill out what I can in my reading journal. Love this thing so much. And then these are my tabs. This is what I annotate. Now for a drink. I've been obsessed with Alani's lately. This is the Berry Breeze flavor. Just spilled. Okay, we're about to start, but first, can't read hardcovers with a dust jacket on. It annoys me so much. I'm quite scared because where do we leave off? In the last book, Kai had to find Peyton and bring her back to Kit because she killed their father. He finds her, but at what cost? When Peyton's brought back to Kit, the king, he declares that instead of killing her, he's gonna marry her. And we had to wait all this time, so let's get into it. Correct me if I'm wrong, this map is different. You see that? Okay, I guess I'm gonna be really realistic because it's nighttime now. It's 11:10 and I haven't read anything. I started the book earlier. I read the epilogue. Or sorry, the prologue. I was busy today, okay? We will get into it. But right now, I really just want to go to bed. I'm gonna lay down with my trusty Kindle. I'm reading Corrupt by Penelope Douglas. We're just gonna talk now, I guess. We're getting a little sidetracked, but it's fine. I was originally reading Scarred by Emily McIntyre on my Kindle. Got to about halfway, and I can't believe it. I just stopped reading it. I don't think I can do it. I don't know if I can finish this series. I don't know if I can keep going. It has quite literally put me to sleep every night. I'm like, okay, let's get into this book. Let's have something happen, and then I'm out. I'm out like a light. I just don't think it's for me. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Now I'm on to Corrupt by Penelope Douglas. I trust that this is a good series. I'm trusting the process. But I'm also only like 2 chapters in. So besides starting Fearless today, we're gonna count the prologue as starting it, okay? Corrupt? I guess I'm reading Scarred. Who knows when I'll finish that. I'm also in the middle of reading the Lightlark series. This is the last one, Sky Shade. The first book took really long for me to get into, and then at the end there was like so many plot twists and I was like, what is happening? It was like whiplash. Second book I actually really liked. I finished it quite quickly, but the thing that really kept me going was the flashbacks with her and Grimm. I really enjoyed those. And then the way the second book ended, it was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. Third book, I need to get into it. I tried once. I just stopped reading randomly on page 13. I think I could almost be putting myself into a book slump. But I think I've also trained myself. I just make myself read 100 pages each night. And I'm like, you're gonna read this, put on some music, drown out the outside world, and you can do this. And it kind of works, so you guys should try that if you're ever in a book slump. But then it doesn't even end. Not only do we got Fearless, Nightshade, Scarred, Corrupt. I also have to start my book club book. I don't even remember what it's called. Let me look what it's called. Let's see. Well, we finished our book club book last week. The Wedding People, really good, 5 stars for me. We're starting our new one this week, but mine won't come for some reason. The book is called Darling Girls by Sally Hepworth. Can you see that? My sister chose it. I've never heard of it before, but it says it was a Goodreads choice, so it has to be good, right? I haven't read a thriller in a long time, so this will be good. So that's me catching you guys up on everything I'm reading right now. I don't know how I'm gonna do it because I don't think I've ever read this many books at once before. I'll update you how I'm feeling. Right now, I'm going to lay down and read Corrupt and probably fall asleep because I'm tired. But more throughout this video, I definitely want to show me reading Fearless, reactions, all that stuff. Stay tuned. Good night. It's the next night. If I can read 100 pages a night, then I'm good. Take me like a week to read this. Yeah, I'm confused because the switch up is crazy. Kit was like his father's favorite, right? And he like worshipped him. Peyton killed his father. Wanted her dead so bad, and then she comes back and then now they're getting married. Make that make sense. Reporting live. I'm on page 172. No way Peyton is the king's daughter. That can't be right. The king's wife, so Kit's mom. Wait. The king's first wife, Kit's mom, died giving birth to a girl who was powerless. That's Peyton. Right? That would be like incestual if Kai and Peyton, you know, have brother and sister. I bet Kit's mom had an affair because there's no way. It has to be it. Stay tuned. Another day and we're only 200 pages in. I don't want to admit that I'm in a book slump, but I've been trudging through, okay? I said I was going to read this in a week and it's just not going to happen. I'm just going to be behind on this video. So let's read for a little bit together. Here's Bo. What are you doing? He has a lot of anxiety right now for some reason, so we're one and the same, right, Bobo? Now that we are 200 pages in, though, let's brief what we've read. A couple things have happened, not too much, but when Peyton and Kai get back, Kit says he's going to marry her. They want to bring the Ordinaries and the Elites together because Kit thinks it will help with trade, so that's the reasoning. In the beginning, I had a little suspicion that he's like lying. Maybe he has like an underlying plan. Because she kills your father, the man that you loved and looked up to like so much, you're like obsessed with him, and then all of a sudden it's okay and you're gonna marry her. I don't know. Then, like I talked about last night, I made a little clip. Kit's mom died giving birth to a girl that was powerless. So obviously my mind goes to, that's Peyton. Then I was thinking, what about Kit's sister? Wasn't she powerless? But I like don't even remember that storyline. But if Peyton actually was Kit's mother's daughter, then that would have meant that the king is her dad, but also then that would mean that Peyton and Kai are related and they've been like kissing and stuff. That's a theory that I need the answer to, because maybe Kit's mother had an affair. You never know. And so that is where we are. I need a reading nook. I want a big comfy chair. I just read in my bed and it's really uncomfortable. I'll see you when I read next. Is anyone surprised that it's been like 2 weeks now and I'm only 200 pages in? Or is that just me? Every time I come back on here, I want to be reading, I want to have reactions, but I guess just disregard everything I said in my last clips because I am definitely in a book slump. Like, I'm still reading on my Kindle at night, but picking up a physical book and reading it does not sound appealing to me. I am gonna force myself to read right now. I actually was gonna start reading and then I had to go to the post office. And then I just got back, got my drink, sat down, ready to read again, and now I have to go pick up my car from the shop, whatever it's called. My car was really acting up. Like, every time I started it, it was like, and no one knew what was wrong with it, and we took it in. They said there's a squirrel's nest in your engine, and they've been like chewing through the wires. That would only happen to me. So yeah, when I get back, I'm for sure reading this time. You guys can hold me accountable. I'm holding myself accountable. I need to stop slacking. It's just a book. Pick it up. We can do this. I'm still at the theory that Kit is her brother. So this is weird to me. She's like taking him on a picnic. I need answers now. We have another Edric flashback. He says, what you saw today did not happen. Your queen did not die giving birth to an ordinary, because she passed 2 years ago when delivering me my son and heir. That is what the kingdom will know. That is what history will know. Seal the records, ensure that today never happened. Okay, it has to be Peyton, right? He was telling his people to get rid of the ordinary. This mind reader guy says, I'll dispose of it, the baby. My theory continues. The ship is sinking? We're all good. The ship is still afloat. So now Peyton's being thrown overboard. No freaking way. So they threw her overboard and he was using the Tell's powers to bring her back, and then the guy with the powers died, so the Peyton fell in the ocean. We're good now. He saved her. Mom and Dad are fighting. But now we have another chapter about the king. So Edric, the king, isn't even Kai's real dad. It says she was already with child before her dad like offered her to the king. Oh my gosh. Then who's Kai's father? This guy sucks bad. We're doing it, guys. Halfway through page 300. But we're gonna call it a night, okay? See you tomorrow. I'm doom scrolling TikTok when I should be reading. It's already 11:30. I usually listen to like a fantasy playlist when I'm reading. This one's my favorite for fantasy. It's called Reading Adventure by Spotify. Slay. This one has really good like instrumental, no words. It goes really good with all the fantasy books that I read. I actually have a favorite right here. I can only play like a little bit of it. So imagine reading that and like listening to that. Like I'm in the book. Like my camera's about to die. I need to change the battery. Okay, so they're on a ship, right? And there's like a creature in the water that's been there for centuries, and it just attacked their ship, and Peyton's like the one to, she just throws a spear in its eye. Gone. Hey, I don't know if it's just me, but this scene just kind of just felt unnecessary to me. I don't know. I'm sorry. It was just like weird. Like we never really hear of beasts and stuff like that in Powerless, right? I don't remember, but that just seems so out of place. I don't know. And then she just like, Spirit, you're dead. But no one else could kill you, just me. I'm powerless. I mean, good for her though. Kit says to her, it seems you'll make a fine queen. It's as though you were born for this. That just proves my theory, I think. Foreshadow. This might be a hot take, but we're on page 328. And I think Adina is mentioned in every single chapter. Kind of like she died in book 1. Why is she so like prevalent to the story? Like, is there something I'm missing? Her best friend died. She feels that she's the reason that she died, and I get that like the grief like keeps Peyton going. Like she has to make Ilya better for her, but why is there so much of Adina content? I'm kind of like annoyed with it, and I'm kind of over it. Also, I didn't read the novella. What is it? Powerful? Does that have something important in it? I don't know. What am I missing? Okay, I've always thought this reading the books, but I was always like, what if Peyton has powers? And she just never knew it. And then my other theory being that Kit's mom gave birth to her. Still haven't found that out yet. If she did, then she would have powers, right? And then Peyton just found Blair in the hallway. Blair's the one who killed Adina. Shocker, she was mentioned in this chapter. Peyton like starts fighting her, and then the room goes up in flames, and then this guard says that there were candles lit and one must have gotten knocked over because suddenly the room went up in flames. Like it was so sudden. Like what if Peyton isn't ordinary? I always thought it, but I just never said it. We'll come back around to this second theory I have. Wait, but then that wouldn't make sense. Because Kai can sense powers because... Duh. I'm so stupid. Also, Kit is like so obviously like gonna die. He like has a cough. He's sickly. So, new theory unlocked. Kit dies. Kai becomes the heir. He's king. He marries Peyton. Boom. Dude. Tell me why her last trial is her and Kai fighting to the death. I don't believe this. It's not the time. Really? Yeah, the Kai I know wouldn't be going this hard. And I was gonna go to bed. What is happening? He's literally destroying her right now. Not in that way. All you gotta say is, fight back, Pei. I need you to fight back. I'm so scared. I'm so scared. I'm so scared. No. Okay, like, he's gonna be saved. It always happens, right? I did not expect this. Kai's dead? It can't be true. There's no way. That was brutal. And I didn't even annotate so much of that. Now I have to go back, which is like even more traumatizing. I don't care if this is just part of the trial or whatever Kit is trying to do. That was so uncalled for. He has to come back. There's just no way Kai is dead. I refuse to believe that. He's back! I knew it.
Yeah.
I knew it. Even if this was like all set up and Kit did this, like that is so up. Sorry, excuse my language. Last night was really rough. Who knows if I'll even recover from that. But Kaya is well and alive. Right, Bobo? That was crazy.
I'm gonna take my socks off. I'm gonna get some UVs.
The UV is 8. Where are you reading?
I'm reading this.
No way. No, where are you reading? Slap. She cannot marry her brother, okay? I won't allow it. Maisie, look.
Oh, my eyes are closed.
I'm still set on the fact that Kit is her brother, and now it's their wedding day, and I just... No, his name is Kit. Someone has to tell her that's her brother, if my theories are correct. This is scary because she's about to walk down the aisle, and she's freaking out right now. Like, there's no way they're getting married. What's gonna happen? Kit says I do. I gotta pull one of these. She said I do. There goes my theory, it's gone. Like, they just kissed. Kai showed up to stop the wedding. She said he was going to save me. Okay, again, like, Kit keeps coughing up blood, he's going to die. It's so obvious. Kit is going to die, period. There it is. Kit gives her his mother's jewelry box, which could be her mother. She opens the last drawer and there's a note that says, "Meet me in the garden at midnight.
I'm sorry.
Meet me in the garden at midnight. Wear a cloak. You are too beautiful to be seen with me. My heart is yours always." Peyton goes, "The queen had a lover." This proves it. We're getting on to my theory. There's photographs. Something grips my very soul, certain and crushing its familiarity. I realize its recognition of yourself within another. I stare at the woman. She stares at me. Her bright blue eyes are nearly as vibrant as the smile she wears. There's a certain warmth in her gaze, in the rosiness of her cheeks. Light blonde hair cascades over her shoulders, falling in loose waves, and her nose. Her nose is dusted with freckles. When I look at Iris Moira, the late and beloved Queen of Ilia, I see a shade of her coursing through my veins, and blood never forgets. It's all coming together. So Callum knew? I didn't even pick that up. Before she left on the boat, he said that she looked like her mother. It was the queen you loved, the one who died giving birth to me. What? It was Callum? You were Iris's lover. I pant, my eyes wild, and the king's mind reader, feeding him information about the resistance the entire time. That is why he was always one step ahead. So Callum's her... Callum's her dad? What? What? I thought he was like young this whole time. He's old? That's insane, and I never ever would have saw that coming. Now I'm going off on her now. Dude says, all for you to be nothing, a worthless ordinary. The beep. It should have been you that died that day, not the queen who bled out for an ordinary. He turned fast. Them all finding out that they're actually related is just so funny. Now Kai knows that he's not related to Kit because the king wasn't his father. This is getting really confusing. Also, Kit found out that Peyton is his half-sister and they still are married. Hey, it's normal back then, okay? But something's gotta happen. They're not gonna stay married. Dude, I knew it. I was literally gonna come on here and say that my Kit theory was false. There was like no way he was just gonna marry Peyton because he was like obsessed with his father. Like there had to be something bad. And here it is. He was lying this whole time. He says, I'm liberating every kingdom. I don't care whether the ordinaries live or die. Obsessing over their existence is what ruined my father. But elites should not be confined to the city. They should populate every kingdom. This dude's going crazy. And he had me fooled. He didn't reunite the kingdoms for trade. He reunited them so that he can exchange resources laced with the plague. Dude. Peyton already delivered the roses to that other kingdom, and they were laced with the plague. Great. The brothers are fighting. Yeah, Kit's about to. I'm reading the letters that Kit left for Kai, and he just said that his father gave a dose of the plague to Ava, Kai's little sister. So that's why she died. Oh my god. That's so messed up. Okay, don't come for me. I understand the love that Kit has for Kai. Like, you guys are brothers. Not by blood, now that we know, but you guys are brothers. All of his notes that he left for them, I mean, he's obviously crazy because he took a dose of the plague, but he sounds like he actually is in love with his brother. It's a little bit too much love. Sorry. I know they had a bond, I know how they grew up, I know how they connected, whatever, but are you in love with your brother? Every single passage that he writes, he's talking about how he loves him, but this one says, I only know how to love my brother. What? Okay, sorry, I'm just being stupid, but Doom says, he was never meant to sail over the treacherous waters, but he is in love with her. He will do anything for her because he loves her more than he loves me. Like, that just sounds so weird. We're 5 years later, and they are married. They have a daughter. Oh my god. Okay, guys, I just finished. I am gonna sleep on it, come back tomorrow, and tell you what I rated it. I didn't even realize, but I'm kind of matching the book. It took me a couple of weeks, but I finally finished. It's been a couple days, so I've been sitting on the rating, and we're gonna rate it together in a little bit. When I first got the book, I thought I could be like those girls that just finish it. Oh my god, there's a dog. Loose. Can you see? It's a loose dog. It just looks like a blob to you. Okay, they got the dog. We're good. That just distracted me so bad. But when I first got the book, I was like, I'm gonna finish this in 2 days. Like, I got this, and that just did not happen, but it's okay. At least I finished it this month. Now into the rating. I saved this on my Bookstagram a really long time ago. Someone posted how they rate their books, so I just go off of this. 1 star, DNF, I could not keep reading. I would not recommend. I probably closed the book and instantly thought, why would anyone read this? No. 2 star, I finished this book thankfully. There was something about the story or the characters that gave me the ick. I could understand how someone likes it, but just not for me. Not that either. 3 stars, this book was okay. It wasn't amazing, but it wasn't terrible. I enjoyed a majority of the book, but may have found myself bored at points. I would still recommend. Okay, hear me out. I definitely was kind of bored at points. Not like the whole book, just like a couple of parts. But I still don't think it's a 3 star. I think it was better than 3. Okay, 4. I really enjoyed this book. There was great character development. The entire book was entertaining from beginning to end. I would 100% recommend. Okay, now I feel like I'm in the middle of those two because personally I don't think it was like 100% enjoyable from beginning to end. So maybe we'll go in between. And then just for fun, 5 star is I was extremely unwell after finishing this book. I felt real emotions reading the story. The book is basically my new personality. Perfect, life-changing. Everyone I know must read this book. Now I know it wasn't that for me. So maybe I go like 3.5. 3.8? I think I can do 3.8. So there we go. Final rating, 3.8 on Fearless by Lauren Roberts. I gotta write that down in my reading journal. I gotta go on Goodreads, Fable, what's that new one? Tome. I guess there's a lot that goes into finishing a book. In my reading journal, I actually wrote, ooh, I need to update this, but I actually wrote a lot of notes. But you guys basically heard that throughout the whole video. And then I have to do a what did you think of the book? What was the most interesting, intriguing, challenging, surprising thing? And what are you going to take away from this book? That's always the hardest question. I always write something like really stupid, but I will do that later. So that concludes my reading of Fearless. Thank you for sticking around through the whole video if you did. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe, like, share, whatever you want to do. If you want to, you don't have to. Oh god. I really want to start making more booktube videos. I think this is fun. So if you guys have any ideas, leave it in the comments below of what you want to see me do, read, react to, whatever. So again, thanks for watching. Goodbye.